Morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am. So, my first question is about when you when would you like to have instructional supervision and support?
I choose to be on June 15, sir.
On that date, you suggested or chosen, we will conduct a school lock session for your demonstration teaching. What subject would you like to be observed and why?
Since I have my classroom observation 1, my music 6, this time in my CO2 will be science because this is one of the major subjects for the unit.
What specific teaching learning parameters would you like to be focused, or what part of the lesson would you like to be focused on why?
I want to be observed on some parts of my DLP, starting from the motivation, because this will increase the interest of my learners to listen. Then during the presentation of the new lesson, through discussion and until the group activities for discussing and practicing new skill and the formative tests, sir, in order for me to uh, check if my lesson was observed or learned by my class.
What teaching methods or strategies would you use and why?
I use differentiated instructions here because my learners I expected my learners have different capacity, and I have in my group activity for them I have prepared different levels for different learners.
Do you have a copy of the RTX, the rubric for master teachers?
Yes, sir. I have.
Please be guided of that rubric. Then see you on your scheduled CO and good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Personally, can we read a short prayer? Everybody close your eyes and let us feel the presence of our Almighty Father. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our most gracious Father, thank you for all the blessings you bestowed upon us. We thank you, Lord, for having us strength, protection, and wisdom in Holy Spirit to us. Despite in the trying times, you have always shown to us the power of your love and mercy. Almighty Father, allow your Holy Spirit dwells in this place, so that the harmony, peace, and learning will always have for both teacher and learners. Lord God, may we always understand the essence of education we stand for, and we always endure the responsibilities that what does a teacher must possess. This all we pray in Jesus' name, with the intercession of Mama Mary. Amen. And in the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Okay, when seated. Before we will have our new lesson, let us review our lesson standards. Please hear and observe this. No? Everybody read number 1.
Be kind, polite, and courteous to others. Keep your hands and feet to yourself. Listen to your teacher during discussion and follow directions.
Number 4.
Never talk if you are not told. Participate and always give your best in any task given.
6.
Raise your hand when you would like to speak in class, when leaving your seat, or if you need to leave the classroom for a valid reason.
And the last but not the least,
Be ready to take the consequences if you break
is very fair for you. I am expecting that from you. Now, what have you seen in the picture? Darcy,
Mom, I have seen the planet Earth.
the planet Earth. What else?
Ma'am,
Okay, Bernice,
the planet Earth and I think that's the sun.
the sun. Okay, yes. Is there any other? Okay, Jen,
I've seen an axis of the Earth.
the axis of the Earth. What else? Okay, Mr. May.
There is also presence of day and night for the Earth is revolving on its axis.
Okay, thank you. Now, based on your previous lesson, what are the two movements of the Earth? Can you still remember? You still remember your past lesson? If you have the answer, or just
Mom,
try.
I tried.
Okay, Darcy.
Maybe the rotation and revolution of two movements of the Earth.
The two movements of the Earth are the rotation and the revolution. We will see that one right after our lesson. So remember your answer. Then you will correct that one after our discussion. The number two, using the diagram below, how does the Earth rotate on its axis? Any idea? How does the Earth rotate on its axis? This is the Earth. How does it rotate on its axis? Just guess.
Ma'am.
Okay, Bernie.
So from the diagram below, from the diagram shows the Earth rotates on its axis by a counterclockwise. Huh?
Clockwise. Any
Clockwise.
other answer? If you have an idea, you can guess. If you're not sure, you can guess. Anyway, I will not check that this moment because we are going to study later. Counterclock. I mean, what? Counterclockwise. Okay. Is there any other answer? Clockwise. If you have the answer, you're going to raise your right hand. Remember the last but not the least, classroom standards. Next, is it from east to west or west to east? Anna, just choose among the two. Is it from east to west or west to east?
It's towards.
Yes or west is your answer. Okay, let's find it later. Is it clockwise or counterclockwise? Bernie answered counterclockwise. Then, how many hours is one complete rotation or one day? Okay, 24 hours. Okay, very good. Karen, why? Why do you say 24? One day is 24 hours. The equivalent of 24. Now, read your ball pens and your paper. I have here a crossword puzzle. What you are going to do is you are going to find the words related to the movement of the earth. There are 8 words related to the movement of the earth here. I will count 1 to 10 and I will test you how quick you are going to catch the correct word. 1, 2, 3. Anyway, just answer
Ma'am?
8 words. 4, 5, 6.
Pwede naman mo mudaghan.
Yes. 7,
Isa ka mo lang mag-iwan, Mom.
8, 9, 9 and 1/4, 9 and 9 and 3/4, 10. Time's up. Put down all your ball pens. Then check your own now. Check your own. Be honest. Honesty is the best policy. Okay, here are the words related to the movement of the earth.
Spin.
Spin or rotate. Rotation.
Rotation.
Night. Day. West. East.
West.
S. Night. Day.
Earth.
Earth. Day.
Night.
Access.
Day.
Night. And the last is is. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everybody read the words that are related to the movement of the earth are found in this crossword puzzle. Everybody read. Spin. 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 Rotation. Rotation.
Rotation.
West. Day. Earth. Axis.
Night.
East. Thank you. So remember these words. Later on, they are found in our discussion. So I have here some pictures. Describe what they are doing here. What are the children doing here? Okay, from other hand, Mercy. The children are playing kite. Very good. How about this one? What does these two men doing? They are Lolita, can you stand up? I know you have the idea. You're digging the soil. They are digging the soil. Okay. How about this one? This little kids. Okay. Any other hand, Anna? I want to hear your voice. Anna, can you stand up? I know you have the idea. This little kids, they are okay, Anna.
Maybe the children are singing the
They are singing. Yes, that's good. So what do you think? What's the time we can do this kind of activities? During daytime. Okay, Lurita? During daytime. Look at the time. No, there's a sunlight. So these activities we can do this one during daytime. So they are called daytime activities. I have here another set of pictures. Okay, what have you seen? Okay, Helen, stargazing. Okay, the two baby friends or lovers are stargazing. Okay, wishing the star, pointing the star, or what else? Next, what's it? Okay, when what they are doing? Maybe they are watching TV. What's this? Bible study. We are not sure. We're studying. Maybe they are studying, reading books, exchanging their ideas. Okay. How about this one? Charles is sleeping. Okay, so these activities are night activities for night time. Okay. So the first set was the activities for daytime, and this set is activities for night time. Now, why are people more active during daytime than nighttime? Why are people more active during the nighttime? Okay, he said me.
Because people can exert more effort during daytime.
Because people can exert more effort. Why? Why they have more energy during daytime? Burning.
Okay, so during daytime, the people are they're going to have their works. It's because of the sunlight that gives to them. So
What is that keyword?
Start with letter E that we get from the sun.
Energy.
That energy. So during day, very good, Bernie. During daytime, we have more energy coming from the sun. That's why we people are more active during daytime, and that is compared to night time. What makes day and night? Okay, honey.
The rotation of the earth, that's why.
Okay, the rotation of the earth makes the day and night. How about what makes our activities vary or change during daytime and nighttime? Did you understand the question? What makes our activities vary or change during daytime and nighttime? In daytime, we can play outside, we can have schooling, while in nighttime, it is our time for sleeping. Why? What makes our activities vary or change during daytime and nighttime? Okay, Bernie, again.
Opinion lang. So, when we
Yes,
say
we can
daytime, so that's the time we can play or we can work. It's because of the sunlight. So, di ba, klaro. How about in nighttime? So, we cannot, we cannot work or we cannot do other activities. It's because it's dark or
Yes,
something.
no more. No. Any objection, Harry? No, ma'am. No harder, no harder. Okay. So, what do you think is our lesson for today? Based on the diagram here. Anybody? I need another hand. Gwen, I want to hear your voice. It's about the rotation of the earth, no? It is about the rotation of the earth. Do you have any other idea? The rotation and its axis. The rotation and its axis. Is there any other? How about you, Lolita? Do you have any idea?
Movement of the earth now.
The movement of the earth. What happened to your seats? Why you can stand up?
I think our lesson for today is about the movement of the earth.
Okay, so all your ideas given is accepted because all are related. This time, I have here a video presentation. What we are going to do is before I'm going to let you view the video, let's remember the standards of video presentation in beauty. So everybody read again. Be quiet and stay on your seat while watching the video. Is it clear? Yes. So you are going to avoid talking. Huh? Next, remember all the important details shown in the video. Okay, you are going to remember, you can jot down the important points so that afterwards you can answer my questions based on the video. And the last, be prepared to share your insights or understanding about the video presented. Of course, if you listen carefully, you stop talking, you keep on listening to the presentation or the video, and you jot down the important points, of course, you can share your insights. So, are you ready? Yes, ma'am. How about the others?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If I will ask you, are you ready? Yes, we are ready. Again, are you ready, class?
Yes, we are ready.
That's the correct answer.
Wake up! It's daytime. We have to go to school. I wish we only had nights and no days. Then we cannot go to the playground and ride swings. Oh yes! Mommy sends me out to play only during the day. I wonder why we have days and nights at all. Before we discuss the formation of day and night, we must recall some basics about the rotation of the earth. I know what this is. This is a globe, a miniature Earth. Yes, moon rotates. Wow! So the Earth has an axis? The Earth's axis is an imaginary line that runs through the poles of the Earth. And as I see in the globe, the axis is tilted at an angle. Yes, at 23.5 degrees. And the movement of the Earth on its own axis is called rotation. All this is clear to me. But why do we have days and nights? To explain that, I need to use my magic wand. Where are you? It's so dark. I can't see anything. Wait, let's switch on the lamp. Wow, you are the earth. And the lamp is the sun. Okay, I'm loving this. See, the light is only falling on my front side. This is day. Now go behind me and see. Oh yes, this part is dark. So this is night. Now this is night on your front arm. And day on this back part. Night here now. When the earth rotates from west to east, only half of it faces the sun. This half, which faces the sun, gets day, and the other half that does not get sunlight has night. When the earth rotates, day changes to night, and night changes to day. So, the rotation of the earth causes day and night. If you look at the globe, you will notice that India and United States are on the opposite sides. So, when it's day in United States, it's night in India. And when it's night in United States, it's day in India. How long does it take for the Earth to make one complete rotation? The Earth takes 24 hours to make one complete rotation. Oh, that is a whole day. Yes, my dear. Now we will have a rapid fire round of questions. What is that? I'll ask you questions and you answer me quickly and short. And I get a chocolate as a reward. Right. Our Earth moves from west to east on its axis. What is this movement called? Rotation. How long does the Earth take to complete this rotation? 24 hours. What causes day and night? The rotation of the Earth on its own axis causes day and night. Very good. Now the last question. Who is the most intelligent boy on Earth? Do not know. It's you. And why? Because I watch big pieces of videos. Here is your reward.
Okay, how do you find the video? Interesting. Interesting. And you found out, and I found out that your guess, most of your guesses answered earlier are correct. No? So now, you need to jot down some important points and okay, it might be your answer for this following questions. Okay, what is the video about? It is all about the rotation of the Earth. Okay. Who are the characters in the video? Who are the characters in the video? Who are they? This two little kids. Are they what is their relationship? Okay, Loretta. I think the relation is their sister. They are sister and brother siblings. They are siblings. Now, what are they doing the first part? Before the alarm clock. They were sleeping. Okay, they were sleeping. So now, why do we wake up when it's still night? Why do we wake up when it's still night? Okay, this way, because the presence of sunlight. Once you see the sunlight, the sun rises, you will wake up. Is that your sign? Huh? Yes. Loretta?
We wake up when it's daylight because we need to work in order to have a better day.
Okay, very good. That is a good idea. Kristen makes idea is good also. We wake up when it's daylight because we will prepare some, especially if you are going to school. You are going to wake up when it's daylight already, prepare your breakfast, now take a bath and your uniform that you are going to take your breakfast. After having the breakfast, you are going to go to school. So that you will be not late going to school. Now, what do you call the Earth's representation? What do you call the Earth's representation in the video? I hear the correct answer. It's a globe. It's a globe. So the resume, the Earth's representation is a globe. Yes, the globe is a miniature of the Earth or the representation of the Earth. We will use this one later. Now, everybody can you read this one? This number 6 question.
Can anybody locate the axis of the earth?
Okay, anyone? Here, in this globe, as a miniature of the Earth. Can you locate the axis? When? Okay, when? Can you stand up? Okay, which part of here is the axis? Yes, the imaginary line. That is the axis. Will you agree with it? Yes, friend. Okay, very good. Now, what is an axis? Can you still remember? Okay, Mercy.
An axis is imaginary line of the earth.
Okay, the imaginary line of the earth where the earth rotates. The earth rotates. Come on, right? What do you call the movement of the earth in its axis? Okay, Bernie.
It's a rotation.
Very good. It's a rotation. How long does it take for the earth to make one complete rotation? Helen!
24 hours, Mom.
24 hours. Very good. And what is 9? Darcy. Okay, the rotation of the earth was the day and night. Thank you. Very good. And now, I need 3 volunteers. Anyone? I will give last bit for those volunteers. Okay, Bernie. Kristen May.
Darcy, ma'am.
Okay, Darcy. Okay, Pastor, you are going to demonstrate how the earth rotates just like what they did, the kids did in the video. So, hold this one, and this
You're
one.
the boy.
Okay? Explain. So, listen. Listen first. No? So, this is the globe. No? It is a miniature. Don't block the driveway. Let's start. Okay. So you will see here. Can you close the door first? So I
I'm the one who's of course.
Thank you, Darcy.
First one, I'm going to
So here's what you are going to do. This is the globe, and this is the miniature representation of the Earth. So what you are going to do is, there's somebody who will hold the Earth, and
the one holding the
as,
light.
and another one is holding the flashlight
You
as,
are the one
as,
assigned.
as the sun, and somebody, the other one will explain. No? Darcy,
Sige.
Darcy, you will be the one to explain. No? Show us the correct direction on how the Earth rotates on its axis. So, how the Earth rotates on its axis.
Okay, this is the axis and this is the dome.
The Earth rotates from east to
Yes, to
west
it.
to east rather, sorry. Okay. On this part, with the sunlight will hit this part, the other part of the Earth will experience nighttime, while the other part will experience daytime. And when the Earth rotates on its direction, the other part, the day part, will become the night, and the night will become day. The rotation of the Earth causes the day and night.
Okay, that's thank you. Let us give yes clap. 3 yes clap to the three of them. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, yes, here. Again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. It is very clear, and I'm very thankful that you got what is our point for this activity. So, did you understand what we did?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The Earth rotates on its axis, west to east, and when the sunlight falls to that certain part of the Earth, it experiences daytime. And the opposite, the other half, is nighttime. Okay. That it is very clear to you. Now, I have here some questions. I want somebody to read and answer the question. Okay, anybody? Lorita.
How many hours are there in one television for one day? There are 2 hours.
Do you agree with Lorita's answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, very good, Lorita. Now, anybody? Okay, Anna.
How many hours do you spend in school?
How many hours do you spend in school? There are 8 hours. 4 in the morning and 4 in the afternoon. Very good. Now, everybody read.
How many hours do you spend at home?
How many hours do you spend at home during school time? So if 8 times you spend in school, 24 less 8 is 16. You spend at home 16 hours. Now, how many hours do you spend sleeping? Since you are still kids, huh? You must sleep the required number of hours. You need to sleep 8 to 10 hours because you're still growing up. No? Next, what is the right amount of sleeping? So we answered that one already. 8 to 10 hours. Is it good to stay awake during the late night? No. No. Okay. Why? Why do you think so? Hmm? Is it good to our body if we will sleep late at night? Yes, because it can lessen our energy. If we will sleep late at night, tomorrow we will do some activities we are weak. So we can do our task very well. If we will stay awake at night, late at night. Now, why is sleeping in the right number of hours important? So this is the opposite of the uh, first question. Okay, Bernie.
Okay, so sleeping in the right number of hours is important because it can give us enough or exact energy for us to be able to work or to use the energy we have.
Yes, so we must store more energy for our next activity for tomorrow, no? So that we will be alive, no? During our, if you are in the school, you can answer, no? You will not sleep during the discussion. Just like this afternoon, we will not sleep. Yeah? Let's have a group activity. So this time, I will group you into three. So this is one group, this is another group, and this is another group. But your name of your group is depending on your letter choice. No? Your letter choice here. There is already the name of your group. So in our group activities, I have already grouped you into three. Then choose your letter now. The letter gets the activity sheets and the assessment card from the teacher. So just wait for my signal. So you have now your leader. Your leader will get the activity sheets. So there, activity sheets and assessment card. Remember, there is an assessment card that you are going to assess later your work. Then go to your respective area assigned. So you have now your area. Begin drawing the activity following the group standards. Be mindful of the rubrics presented. So there is also group rubrics presented. Finish in 10 minutes. Remember, there is an exact time duration we are going to do your task. And then present your output in less than 3 minutes. So after 10 minutes, we are going to present 3 minutes each. So here's the standards for simple science activity. Everybody read.
Work with the group cooperatively.
So all must cooperate. Then
Listen and understand the direction of your leader.
so your leader, you will listen to your leader. Third,
Perform your group activity orderly.
so it must be ordered.
Be ready to present your collaborative output.
So there will be a rapporteur or reporter after you've done your task. So I have here the rubric. The rubric is also found in your folder. Then you are going to assess your group performance in accomplishing the task provided. So in this portion, this column, you have the description, and the other part are the ratings. You are going to insert the ratings that you are going to give uh, to your group. So one is major difficulty. No, in each description, 2 requires improvement, 3 good, 4 very good, 5 extreme exemplary. So be honest in assessing your group work. So assess your group, then there will be group presentation, reporting, then self-assessment of the group. So all the letters, please come over and choose your folder. Okay, as you sit down, start now. Yes, because I said your group depends on your choice. Choosing activities. If you have some questions or queries on the directions, you you are free to ask me. Are your materials complete? Okay. Complete here.
you have here that you are going to use that one so that you can only 10 minutes, remember? Okay, kindly don't forget to answer your assessment rubric. You will include repertoire in your reporting, during your reporting, your rubric assessment result. Okay, your assessment, rubric assessment. Did you answer your rubric assessment? If you are done, you can post your activity sheet here. Okay, group 3 is done. Done first. Then we adjust lang siguro para makita lahat. Done. Okay. All groups are done already. So, who will do the reporting first? Of course, group 3. Because we were the first group. Then group 2, then group 1. Okay? Let us borrow first your ears to listen carefully and we will check all together your answers. And please include again your rubric assessment card, reporters. Okay. It depends upon you.
Okay, so our task in group 3, we are going to differentiate the day and night. So, what is the difference between day and night? So, the day, the sun shines on us, we see sunlight, noon, and the sun shines on the other parts of the earth. So, meaning this one is the daytime, the other part is the nighttime. So, in nighttime is we see the moon and stars and also the midnight. So this is our output in group 3. So our rubric assessing group performance. Okay, so we're going to assess our group performance in accomplishing our task. So we have number 1, all members take part in the group activities. So our ratings is 5. Then number 2, members agree and supports with each other. So we have 5 points. Number 3, group members keep on assigned tasks. 5. Number 4, group members practice collaborative skills. Another 5. And the last one is group members perform well as a whole. So 5. So in all, we are exemplary. So that's all.
Thank you, Bernie and group 3 members. So, all of your answers were correct and very well said. Right. Let us give yes. Say yes with emphasis. Yes. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Okay, for group 2. Okay, Mercy.
one, our task is about the Earth rotation, causes the day and night. So when the Earth rotates on its own axis, this part in which the sun reflects will experience day, and the opposite side will experience the night. So in assessing our output, number one, all members take part in the group. So we rate five. Members agree and support with each other, five. Group members keep on the assigned task, five. Group members practice collaborative skills, and last, group members perform well as a whole. So overall, five.
So you are
Exemplary.
Thank you, Mercy. Another yes to group 2. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay, very good. And we are exemplary. And their answers are all correct. Very good. And the last group on the list, group 1. Please
Good
report.
afternoon, everyone. This is the
Afternoon.
collaborative works. Explain the pose of day and night. So, the light comes from the sun. The light shines on our planet, Earth. Every day the Earth rotates or spins around its axis. When the sun shines on us, it is daytime. When it is away from the sun, it is nighttime. So, in this motion, there's daytime and nighttime. So our group, and out of five rubrics, we chose five because we work this perfectly and successfully.
Thank you, Loretta, for a very well said, a very good answers and explanation. So another yes to group 1. 1, 2, 3, say yes. Okay, so yes, the two groups got a perfect score, and your rubrics, your assessment is exemplary all. So I am expecting for your short quiz later on that you will get 100%. So thank you, and now I have here some questions before we are going to have a short quiz. So, what might happen if the Earth does not rotate? Do you think? Are we still alive, or
Hey,
is there any answer? Okay, Loretta.
okay, in my own opinion, what might happen if the Earth does not rotate? Of course, I think that there will be no daytime. So all people are always working at darkness or using the mga flashlight or mga emergency light. But in that situation, I think people cannot survive. When there is no daytime, because we gonna get the
Just
sunlight.
wait, Karen.
We gonna get the sunlight, which is the sunlight gives the energy to our body.
Okay. Loretta has an idea, and any constructing rather ideas to the statement of Loretta. Okay.
Okay,
Before
so
I
what
reply.
might happen if the Earth does not rotate? So in that situation, the people or the ladies and gentlemen live in that certain place will survive. But in that case is something, for example, the day in the daytime, those places are experiencing um what I mean is yes, constant daytime. So meaning they cannot experience darkness or even nighttime. So they can survive, but the their they can sleep also. Yes. So it means they can survive, or while in the nighttime they can survive also, but mag-isot sila. something.
Hard for them.
Yes, it's hard for them to ayan, magkuano ng mga pagkaan. Something like that. So
So any other, yes, before I will give mine. Remember, okay, before I will call another, uh, let me remind you that the main source of energy is the sunlight. So therefore, we need energy. So therefore, you know what I mean. So you know what I mean?
Yes, ma'am. I know what you mean.
Okay, what is that?
Therefore, energy, sunlight is important to a human being because the energy from the sun is the only thing that we can serve, the source of living or we can survive.
Okay, so I am in your previous science lessons. Energy is the main source is the sun. So in the other place,
There are other countries
there are other part of the earth that
experience
yes, I want to be
having a
able
long day and night.
yes, but not totally no day. Yes. So therefore, if the sun is the main source of all the energy on earth, if that certain place has no sunlight, did not experience daytime, of course, there will be no existence of living things there. So can you get it? Like one? So no living thing survive on a certain place which do not experience daytime.
how about the other things, ma'am? Just like those
Non-living things.
no, just like those mga animals that they don't have need energy, sunlight.
Can you give me an example?
The yung mga paniki.
Nocturnal.
Yeah, those mga nocturnal species, ma'am.
In what certain place? In what certain place?
Mga gawas ba? They don't, hindi ako umupag na experience ng daytime. They can survive in nighttime.
The tendencies for nocturnals, you will be able to energize themselves because during daytime, diba, there will be
They are
food. So, if the earth does not rotate, they will always look for food and they have no time for energizing themselves because they will not be able to experience the sunlight in which that time or during that time, those nocturnals are the daytime is their time to regain their strength, regain their energy for another nightlife.
Because that is an special cases, no? But no living things like man, like human being can survive.
So not all, ma'am.
So, not all, but most
Not
of
all.
most of most. So because the nocturnal species are they can survive with their own, just like the plants they can provide their own food. But the difference between them is the plants need sunlight compared to the nocturnal. So in every rule there's an exception. So it is a very good sharing of ideas this time. So we know that some species, nocturnal especially, can live without, but they are in the living on Earth, diba? They are living on Earth.
Yes.
Yes. So they are living on Earth, of course, even if they cannot experience daytime, but the whole Earth can experience daytime. So I think that's some of the reasons. Okay? I have here.
Ma'am, additional pa to.
Yes.
So,
Any
additional
other ideas?
information. In
Can
plants
you stand
also,
up, Bernie?
in plants also, ma'am, I think, so since sun is the main source or the main energy for reproducing the food, since the plants also need to experience nighttime because during nighttime,
Yes. Yes.
they are going to process the
Yes, that's the time they are going to process their own food.
Yes,
But they
so-
can reproduce their own food.
So meaning, in a certain place, not all plants can survive.
Yes,
During
yes.
kung dili mo rotate.
Yes, in addition, we have also animals that can survive in the earth, no? That they are experiencing very heat. So it depends upon the characteristic of a certain creation. Okay. Now, let's go back to our lesson. What is rotation? Before we are going to have a short quiz. Rotation is okay, Darcy and Sana.
Rotation is the movement of the earth to its axis that makes the night and day.
Okay, what was day and night?
Rotation.
Rotation, very good. Okay. Did you cooperate with your group in the activity?
Yes.
Yes, it is very obvious because you have all groups got exemplary assessment. So this time, why is cooperation important in a group activity?
To the
Productive output. Okay, I need another person, another. Hi, hello. Okay, aside from to become productive, another.
I think one head is better
Than
than one.
one hit is better than
Two
heads.
heads.
Heads
So
are
therefore,
better than
cooperation
one.
is important in every group activity.
Okay, very good. So I think it is very clear to you. Any questions about our topic?
So
None so far. Now, prepare a piece of paper and a ball pen. Then I will read the questions twice only. So you are going to listen carefully. Huh? Identify true and false statements. This is only true and false. You are going to write true and false. Then I will read that question twice only. Number one, rotation of the earth causes night and day. True or false? Number two, rotation of the earth causes night and day. Number two, it takes 1 year or 365 and 1/4 days for the earth to rotate completely on its axis. It takes 1 year or 365 and 1/4 days for the earth to rotate completely on its axis. Number three, different parts of the earth experience day and night because the earth is rotating on its axis. Different parts of the earth experience day and night because the earth is rotating on its axis. True or false? 4. When the sun shines on the part of the earth, that part is nighttime. When the sun shines on the part of the earth, that part is nighttime. The last, number 5, the activities of people on the different parts of the earth differ during daytime and nighttime. The activities of people on the different parts of the earth differ during daytime and nighttime. Opens up. Exchange now your paper. Exchange now your paper. 1. Okay, Lorita.
rotation of the earth causes night and day. True.
True. Check your correct answer. Number 2. Christine.
It takes 1 year or 365 1/4 days for the earth to rotate completely on its axis. False.
False.
Yes.
Number 3. Darcy.
Different parts of the earth experience day and night because the earth is rotating to its axis.
True. Number 4. Michelle.
When the sun shines on the part of the earth, the part is nighttime. False.
False. Number 5. Anna.
The activities of people in the different parts of the earth
True. Okay. Count the score. Okay.
We got perfect.
Pass your papers forward. 1, 2, 3. Okay, for your assignment, you are going to watch in the YouTube if you have internet connection. Then describe in 3 sentences how the earth revolves around the sun. So we are through meditation, now revolves. For those who have no internet, sino walang internet? Have an advanced reading in your science book about the revolution of the earth. So, that's all. And thank you. Goodbye, class.
Goodbye and thank you, Mrs. Rigondo.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Rondo, and congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
What did your learners gain in your lesson in terms of knowledge, skills, and attitudes?
My learners learn in terms of knowledge. They define the participation. They explain the cause of day and night. After the discussion and some exercises, they learn from skill on how to illustrate a model that shows day and night during the activity by the use of uh, improvised set, the globe, the flashlight, and in attitude, they learn to work operatively with a group uh, by following the standards that I always reminded them in every group activity they had.
Okay. Now, how did you make the learners gain the KSP?
Okay, I made the learning uh, had in through the TSA by choosing some activities appropriate to the uh, competencies in that appropriate for knowledge, skill, and attitude. For activity one, focus on knowledge, and for activity two, for skill. And during the group activities, the attitude sir.
What did your students do in order to gain or learn the KSP?
Uh, from the motivation part until the end of the from generalization and even in the short activity for the formative test, it is evidence that they learn because they got 100% uh, total of correct responses.
Were you able to accomplish your lesson objective?
Yes, sir.
How did you do it?
I got it through during the planning, during the planning of my lessons. I see to it that all of from the objectives itself to the activities and evaluation, there will be congruency. And I found out that after the lesson, yes, all my learners get 100% correct
Okay.
responses.
So, one of the activity for the post conference is the giving the rating. So before that, I will process first, no? In your lesson, first reviewing previous lesson or presenting the new lesson, you presented the class standards, no? Then your learners or participants read the classroom standards. Then you presented the planet Earth and the TV screen and asked some questions for diagnostic purposes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then, in establishing a purpose for the lesson, multiple questions, you presented a crossword puzzle
Yes, sir.
for your vocabulary skills. Then the learners find words related to the movement of the earth. Then your presentation, you presented some pictures in the TV screen. You asked some hacks questions. Then your learners expressing ideas using descriptive words, phrases, and sentences, and also identifying proper heading of the pictures.
Yes, sir.
She also presented your lesson through a video presentation. Then you asked follow-up questions about it. So your learners watching the video attentively and answered the questions correctly.
Yes.
Then you called three volunteers. You instructed them what to do. Then your three volunteers demonstrated the rotation of the earth that affects day and night, so the use of the improvised. During discussion, your class grouped into three groups.
Yes,
Each
sir.
group leader gets the activity sheets, an assessment, and card from the teacher. That you reminded also that the learners about the standards for science activity, and you presented also the rubrics and assessing group performance or outputs. You supervise the groups during their activities. So all the members of the group work collaboratively. All the groups presented their outputs correctly. They rated themselves based on the rubric given. During the application, you ask questions that led to the generalization. So your learners answer it based on their own experiences. Then during generalization, you ask what rotation is and what causes day and night. Then during the evaluation, you administered 5-item formative tests. So the mastery level is 100% to evaluation.
Thank you, sir.
Then for your assignment, additional activity was given for enrichment activity.
Yes, sir.
So for your rating, if you agree, I will give you for indicator 1, apply knowledge of content within across curriculum teaching area, give you 8. So it's manifested in your demonstration.
Yes, sir.
Plan and delivery teaching strategies that are responsive to the special education needs of learners in difficult circumstances, including geographic isolation, chronic illness, and displacement due to armed conflict, all urban resettlement or disasters, child abuse, and child labor practices. So, I'll give you 8. Select, develop, organize, and use appropriate teaching and learning resources, including ICT, to address learning goals. So, I'll give you 8. So, other comments, well planned and organized activities and maximum utilization of ICT are evident. Keep it up. Congratulations again.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, may pa rin. May pa rin. Okay, okay, yung firma. Sige, lang ko ng firma.